Okay, I'm working on a couple of clutch baskets here, kicker gears for old ironheads. So these are 60's bikes here. So I'm going to put a new bearing in this one. This one's all cleaned up, waiting to be riveted together. I already back cut the teeth on the gears here. And that one. This one has a bushing already in it. So I back cut these ones here already, so these are all engaged in there and they hook in. So you can see how they bite into each other and they come together there. So this is reproduction stuff, probably from Ted's. So it's a little bit looser than I like, but it's hard to tell what the looseness is. But anyway, it's loose. Got one together easy. Alright, so I gotta get this one done. This one I gotta push the bearing in there. Set up the thrust washers in here. So when you weld this all on, when you rivet this all together, this washer will be almost at zero clearance, but still rotate freely because it spins inside of here, so it has to rotate. So this is an adjustable thickness washer here that can come to different widths, so that has to be dialed in. And that's the new bearing to go on. This one over here, same deal. Got new bearing. Here's this washer here. Here's an old one. Here's a brand new one. And this one we're not back cutting. This one has to be set up. So right now I'm working on the ratchet gear that doesn't fit. So that's what I'm working on right now. So doing most of this off video. Too busy to videotape every day. So we'll come in here toward the end and do this one. Alright, so I got this one roughed in. I pushed the bushing a little bit deeper so it's more straighter, but you can still see how it kind of wobbles. The gear is straight within a half a thou, so it's good. So now I'm boring this hole out. There's a mismatch between the bushing and this by about 20 thousandths. So I got a thou to go right now on that, so that can be honed. I'm going to go ahead and drag it across one more time and see if it opens up another half a thou or so. There we go. Boring the hole here is what we're doing. You hear it cutting in there a little bit. I'm just feeding on my hand here nice and slow. Trying to keep a continuous speed on it so that I don't have a big gouge. And keep the feed rate the same also helps. Go. There we go, a little bit closer. Pull that back a little bit. Okay, it's trying to go in the hole now, so it took out a half a thou there probably because it was only a thou under. Alright, so that's good. So now I'm going to have to go ahead and square up the back of the bushing here to make sure it's square. I don't have to do that, but on here I might as well do it. Both hands for this, so let's see if we can work through the camera. And can we videotape and work at the same time with two hands? Yeah, let's find out. Or do we drop the camera on the floor? That'd be a more important thing to do. First thing I do is figure out where the bushing bottom's out at. About there. Feet out until we touch the outer bushing. And right there we touch the outside edge. Couple thou. Go until it cleans up a little bit. Good. See how close we got it. Looks like it cleaned 100%. I didn't need to clean up all of it, but it's close. the bushing could be cut a little bit bigger, a little bit further on the OD. So we'll come back and do that just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to face off the front edge here a little bit. Go. And everything is in there spinning nice and true. So I cut the inner face, the outer face, and the OD, or ID in this case. So now this here should fit in there pretty good this direction. I had plenty of clearance already, but alright, so now it's all smoothed up. So that should give us a nice good bushing to work from. We have before, obviously. Okay, now you go ahead and hone this to fit, to go into there, and make me a nice precision fit. I didn't deburr that edge though, did I? Yeah, we got deburring tool already. Oh, nice cut myself. Probably should have took the OD of the edge off a little bit. No problem. Yeah, sharp edge is gone. The blood you save might be your own. So knock off the burrs. Okay, so now you go hone this to size. We move on to the other part. Maybe. Alright, we'll go to our hone over here. Tripod's in the way. Oh, that's loose. Camera's loose. There we go. Okay, so we're going to find the correct mandrel to use. This is too small, see, not big enough. So we have to pick out one over here in the pile. I guess somewhere over in this area here. That one, oops. That one might just make it. Yeah, barely. Perfect. Back over here. This is sun and home. Honing is more accurate than boring in a lot of ways. Hold this in my hand, be fun. I used to be in a straight hole in the home. It's already bored, so it's dead straight. See it, but dribble. If you look inside the hole there, see there's a ribbon there where those holes are? The cutter doesn't cut evenly, see? Even though you bored the hole, it looks like it's straight. The hone mark shows that it's not a round straight hole. It's round, but it's not straight. It's got low spotting where the cutter was. The cutting bit always has a chip load, not exactly even to do something. Home job. burrs on the bushing. Yep. Some scratch marks in there from this, so this is not. There's burrs in here someplace. You can feel them. Knock off the high spots. Okay, so I need to go clean this off and work out the burrs, and it might be done or I might have to do some more. We'll see. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright, back to our lathe over here. So I got everything all cleaned up here. So you can still see the low spot between the holes there in the bushing. Almost all of it's out, but not quite all of it. Most of it. Okay, I need to knock the burrs off of here, so I'm going to take some real fine sandpaper right here. I don't know, probably a couple thousand grit or something ridiculously low. So we're going to hold this here in a chuck and try to spin that without hurting ourselves. Maybe. We'll see. One advantage of 6-jaw chuck, you can hold pretty lightly on stuff. Okay, so usually what I do is I take a file as a backer, put the paper to the edge, and just go like that on there. Give it a little bit of honing action back and forth. Pretty smooth finish. Now our gear goes on there nice and easy. Get just a little bit of clearance in it. So you can see how fine of a finish it leaves. Pretty smooth. So now that's all pretty good. So you want just enough clearance that they won't lock up. So you have some room for oil. This one's pretty thin, there's not a lot of clearance on it. It's a toss-up between being too tight and too loose. You never know which one's which. If it's too loose, the gear rocks over and engages in the teeth and rubs in the basket. When it's too tight, it sticks up on you and gulls up and you're done. So the bushing is nice and loose right now, but when you put oil on it, it changes. Okay, so I want to see some clearance in my gear where I can rock it. And right now it's a little bit tighter than I want. I don't know if you can see a little clearance there is in that, but it's pretty low. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give it just a skosh more clearance on the hone. About 2-3 swipes will probably be enough. So you want to give it just enough to have some clearance, but not so much that you cause a problem. Crap off of there. I'm looking for oil to be squishing on the side of the bushing on the sleeve, going back and forth. It's really tight right now. One more, and that'll be it. Maybe. Yeah, I think there's some clearance I can feel. Okay, go clean it one more time, and we'll see what we got to work with. Alright, we're back again. Interruption number 50 for the day. About another hour. Okay, I got it cleaned up, and I think it's the third time I've done that today. Okay, anyway, it's got a little, very low clearance. I don't know if you can hear it or see it, but it rotates smoothly. So that's what you want. Now it's the tightest you want to leave it. It's got just barely any clearance, but it has a little bit of jiggle to it. So don't make them any tighter on that, they'll probably stick. And definitely put good grease on it when you put them together so they got lubricant in there until the oil hits it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and push these bearings into the baskets. I got 2 of them to do. So we'll get something done before I go home tonight. It's starting to get late. It's almost 10:30 almost over there. Okay, so we're going to take one clutch basket here with me. Go over to my favorite thing over here, to press. If you can't beat it with a big hammer, you push on with a big press. Okay, so the bearing goes in flush to the surface here. So you need a pressing tool that will press into there. So I have to go find me a pressing tool over here to do that. Because I haven't done it yet. That one's too big. That one's kind of small. Probably got nothing in between, I bet. Maybe. It just doesn't make it. Close. Same one. Same one. Same thing. It appears to be the same thing. Alright, we'll go with this one. A little bit loose, but it'll work. So, it's not quite the size I want, but it's close. Be nice if a little bit bigger, but oh well. Don't lose your bearing. Well, I can push flat on that one, so put it close together. Okay, now on these bearings you have a rounded side and you have a flat side. The flat side is what you're supposed to push against, not the rounded side. It'll actually break the back side of the bearing away, so push on this side. So we stick it in there and we go until it gets flush. So you want to just kind of center it up a little bit right there. A little higher, you can see. So you release the pressure on a little bit, recenter it. Get to go in a little bit more, recenter it, and come back down and push it all the way down. So you just go down until it touches, and it's in there all the way. And it sticks through this side a little bit because the washer goes over there. Okay, that one's in. Let me get the next one. Alright, this one's got a brand new bearing in it. Brand new bearing. This bearing is old grease, it doesn't want to move. goes. We're definitely going to clean this up a little more and make it freer. Just take a little bit of brake clean. Free up the old grease that's in there. There we go. Blow it out a little bit. Alright. That freed up the grease that was under the old stuff. Still got some grease in there, it's just now it's lubricated, smoothed itself up. We'll put some new grease on it before we ship it out of here. Okay, so I got the washer in this one. Okay, it goes on from this direction, not the other way. Now someone is in here grinding the hell out of this inside where the seal goes. Now if you run a wet clutch, you do not need a seal, so no reason to put one in there if you're not going to need it. Okay, get it to center up. Recenter your spacer. Just go down until it stops. And don't put any pressure on it, just go until it hits. Okay, and then make sure it rotates like it's supposed to. If the bearings are tight, you have to push it back out. What happens is when the rollers turn sideways a little bit, they'll jam up in there. So you have to make sure they rotate when you're done. You see how the rollers are a little bit at an angle in there right now, they're laid over. If they lay over too far, it'll lock up in there. Then you'll have problems, like it doesn't work. That tends to be a big problem. Alright, so now we're back over here. Knife got in the way. Okay, now there's a dowel pin, There's a roll pin in here, and a little a hole there, that goes into that. That keeps that piece from rotating. Okay, then you got your big washer here, goes in there. This has a wear on the inside. This is this race right here. So that was obviously put together like that. This side out here doesn't have that spot, it's got a bunch of other wear, so it's different. You also need to make sure this fits inside the bearing. It appears to fit in there. So that goes right like that in that direction. Now if you put a straight edge up in here, the washer should still be loose to move. It's just a matter of how much clearance. Okay, that has a lot of clearance right now, so it's not the right washer. Get down here a little lower. Blow that up a little bit. Okay, so this is basically duplicates your part that goes on here. You put that like there, and you can see the clearance between the washer and the scale. Hard to do this with that finger. So see how it goes up and down a bunch here? So that's really loose. Way too loose. So that has to be changed out. Now if you put that on there, this is supposed to be flat here on the back side. So when you put it on here, it does the same thing. And the washer's still loose. There you go. Now this here has got some burrs on it because it's got the some of that screws in here holding it all together. So I got to knock these burrs off. So I'm going to take this back and hit a little disc sander real quick. Smooth that up a little bit. I think I can put a file on that. Oh, I can do a file. Okay, I can put some sandpaper on here and do it with sandpaper a lot better. Now I have to clean it again. I'll glue everywhere. So I'll put this on my table and sand that. So we'll go do that here in a minute. But it's still way too thick. Or thin, I mean. So this one here is 91, 92. I know they make these up to 98 and 102, I think. So it needs a bigger one. Okay, this one over here, next one, he's got the same pin right there, which we need. Put that on there. Now this is his used one here. Looks pretty new. Put your scale on there. Check your clearance. Equal clearance. See? Got a new one he sent over with me. Looks even looser with that one. 92. 92, same size. So this is pretty loose. So both of these are loose. So I'm not sure how loose that is, but pretty loose. So that's 15 thou there. Well, there's 15 thou, we ain't even touching it, so it's a lot looser than 15 thou. Ah, there's a difference. Okay. So this lip here is above this surface, so we're getting a false reading. So that means we can't do it that way. We actually have to use the plate. Still got a gap in there though. But not as much as it was. Okay, so let's get some feeler gauge material. Okay, so this is feeler gauge material. It's 1.5 thou per piece. See, it says 1.5 on there. Get the light right. Okay, so that'd be 4.5 thousandths. Okay, we got at least 4.5 because this rotates smoothly in there. Okay. Flip them around that way, you got 9. Probably go to 10 thou gauge would be just good. Appears we have at least 10. So let me get my thicker feeler gauges. These are pretty short, so hard to get in there. Less than 12 by quite a bit. Try 9. Pretty easy with 9. But I still feel high spots on this. I gotta knock off some birds or something. This one's not too bad, but I still feel high spots a little bit. It's probably on this piece here. Alright, so this has about 9 thou. As I recall, you're supposed to be a little bit tighter than 9. I have to look in the book, I don't remember. But, 9 is probably workable, but it's a little slightly loose maybe. Okay, so go back over and check this other one. Now we're over on this one. We definitely got 9. It's 12. So it's less than 12, so it's 10 or 11 thou on this one. Pretty consistent between both. And I know I got some burrs on here, so by the time I take the burrs down, I'll probably lose another couple. So we'll be back down at 9 again. Okay, so I'll have to look up those clearances and see what they're supposed to be, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I remember my race bike, I ran really tight, and after one run they were loose. So I had a big inch motor, so that does that. Okay, so now we're going to have to go actually look in my book. Rarely do I have to look in my book, but in this case, to make sure it's right, I'm going to look in my book. I have to go down here and find my book. Somewhere down here's my book. Let's see here. Pull out all the junk. Electric Glide Sportster. $59 to $69. There we go. So I only use genuine Harley books because all the other books suck. Besides, these cost a hell of a lot more money, so they must be better, right? And this used to be Reggie's book, I guess. Give him a call, see if he wants his book back. Ooh, San Diego Cab Company. This must be a San Diego book. I don't know where that thing's from. Ooh, it appears to have a Sportster in here somewhere. Okay, wrong direction. Carbonator. Clutch. Let's see. Clutch. Kicker starter gear. Now we're getting closer. All kinds of information here that doesn't mean nothing to me. Electric starter. Okay, so we blew right through all the important part. I saw shim over here somewhere. Disassembly. No. Reinspection, repair. I think they're talking about here though. 16. So you have to read through all this crap to find some good information. Somewhere in here there might be some information that's worth reading, but you have to find it. I'm not going to make it easy for you. Here we go. In play is not within spec 1 to 7 thou. Okay, what are we working on here? Check starter crankshaft for bin. That's the in play for this. We don't care about that one. Key bearings. That's all about the kicker mechanism, not the ratchet gear that we're working on. Phoenix tab, I'm going to starter junk. Clutch. See, I'm not seeing the information we need, so it's obviously really important. It's talking about clutch adjustments, pedal adjustments, clutch release lever, clutch. We gotta find something that's like number 24 and 23, and that's what we're working on. So you look for figure 24, 6, 7, 11, 12, 3. I guess the next page. There's 8, 10, 17, 22. We're getting close. Rivets. There we go. I'm getting important stuff now. I found rivets. Okay, so let's go up here and start reading up in here. Oop. Starter, clutch side, and set rivets until flush to 10 thou maximum above base of starter clutch. Rivet securing keys must be held within 80,000 inch and clearance. Blah, blah, blah. So I got 10 thou. I see a number. So they want 10 thou at least. Let me see, where was that at again? Set rivets until flush to 10 thou maximum above clutch face. So that 10 thou sounds like the maximum number. Okay, keep reading. Let's see, press single bearing in from side. 25 thou from the surface. We don't care about that. Here we go. Size wash till 1 to 4 thou inch clearance is obtained. So we want 1 to 4 thou. We have 9. So we need 5 thou minimum less clearance. So you have a thicker washer. The washer is 92 thou. We need a 97 to 100 thou washer to make this where we need it to be. So there you go. So we found something. Washers available in several sizes, 2 thou inch thickness differences. Allow approximately 1 thou for pull of rivets. So that means you're going to lose 1,000 thou. It'll drop 1 thou from whatever you got. Oh, the rivet can only be 10 thou above the face of the ratchet plate when it's already installed. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well 1 to 4 thou is our number we're looking for. And that was over here, I think. No, where was it? I don't know where it was. There it is right here. 1 to 4 thou. So that's the important thing. 1 to 4 thou. Okay, so now we got to go find the washer number. 24 is the one that varies. Sprocket bearing washer, variable size. See right there. Okay, that's it for a purpose book. That's about all they're good for. Now we got to find ourselves a parts book for an old Sportster. My favorite old book, 61 to 71. That covers a lot of territory. It has most all the good years in there. Okay, so we're going to find our clutch. It's not the clutch, that was the chain. Here's a clutch. There's your late clutch. That's what's nice about this book. It has old and early. Here's the early clutch right here. Okay, the washer we want is number 30. Number 30 gives you a part number right over here. So we have 95, 97, 98, 92. Okay, we have the thinnest one in there right now. Wonderful. 98 is the thickest one. That's the one we pretty much need, I think. Okay, these are the numbers we're looking for. So we want 37 730s. So we're going to go find 37 730 numbers. The problem with 37 numbers are they're buried back in here somewhere. Ooh, right in front. 37 4, 5, 6. No, they are in the back. They're in the back there somewhere if I have them. I see some kicker spacing parts. We're getting close. There's an 800 number there. So somewhere in the back row here. 731, 252 numbers. That's a good sign. Get them clutch plates out of my way. Okay. Ooh, look what I found. So, there we go. Hopefully we have the one we need. What number do we need? Go back over to the book. We want 32 or 33. 32 right there. 33 right there. That's the thicker of the two. Look at all the rat turds in here. Look at all the rat crap in the box. Got genuine Harley rat turds. All this stuff came from San Diego Harley when I bought them out in the 90s, late 90s. Alright, so this one here was made in the 70s. Look at the paper on that thing. That's 78. Red, white, and blue. They just discovered that paint scheme again on the brand new bikes for 18. Look at that. They had the same thing back in 78 on the parts. So Harley likes to reinvent themselves. Okay, here's the modern one here. This was made in 82. So in case you think 82 is back to Harley, no, it's still AMF, see? They still got the name in there. Because it was 83 when they took over again, not 82. Now see, this one was made in 84. See the difference logo? No more AMF, no more red. See, you can tell by packaging what year your parts are, see? Even if there's no date codes. Before this they had orange, not this orange, a different orange. So it goes back again. It was orange like this book here. So that's how you tell what year things are made, if there's no date codes on it. Okay, this one's 32. That does not box. This one's 32. This one's what, 33? Okay, so it'll be one of these two. I might also have some of the stuff in reproduction. I'll have to take a look. But anyway, for now, we got two here. Okay, this one here was tighter than this one by 1 thou. So that's close. Alright, we'll leave that for tomorrow to deal with all this crap. But I might have some reproduction washers instead of paying the big bucks for the genuine Harley stuff. We'll see how that works out. So, time to get out of here for the night. It is time to go home. Yeah, it's right there. What time is it? Oh, it's almost noon. Time to go out of here. Alright, that's it for tonight. See you tomorrow.